Hey guys, how's it going? This is Josh with TechZoneUK. In this video I want to show you how you can connect to your Linux server and download and install the Apache web server so you can get your own website up and running, installed on pretty much any machine. So, I mean, if you've got a old desktop lying about with a hard drive and fully working, you can install this web server software on there, and you can get that machine up and running and have your own little website hosted free of charge, pretty much the cost of running the machine. So it's pretty cheap. So you're going to need a cloud server to connect to. Now, I buy my server from digitalocean.com. I highly suggest buying a server from them. You can get them in loads of different data centers like New York, Amsterdam. There's a couple more in Amsterdam and a couple more in New York. All depends on whereabouts you are, and you can get them on the west coast of America as well. Obviously, me being in the UK, Amsterdam is definitely the closest. And after doing a few test transfers, speed transfers on the internet connection on this VPS, I'm getting like I can download 500 meg in like 10 seconds. So the internet speed is phenomenal, especially on this VPS. So, like I said, we're going to be installing our own little web server. So we're going to be installing Apache. Apache is a web server. It's very similar to, well, not similar, but it does the same job as things like IIS, which again is a bit more complicated, of course, but again is still a web server. But we're going to be installing Apache in this video. Now, there's a couple of things you need to bear in mind. I'm running on this server, I'm running CentOS 6.5 or CentOS, how you want to say it. So you need to be careful of obviously what you're copying in mind. So listen to what I say, and I'll tell you the difference between running CentOS and on a Debian, or versus running a Debian-based distro like Ubuntu server, because there is differences, one with the package manager and two with some of the package names. So let's get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clear my screen. I know it's clear already, but we're going to start from the top. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to first of all hit Sue. Now I know I'm already logged in as root, but I'm doing this to get you into root. So we're going to hit Sue, and that's going to ask you for your password. You're going to enter that, and then you'll be logged in as root. And you know when you're logged in as root because it'll say root at your cloud and your server name, and then it'll say your username there, and it'll put a little hash at the end, which basically means you're logged in as root, and now you don't have to keep on typing sudo every command, and it just makes things a bit quicker. But obviously make sure you log out afterwards. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go out there and we're going to download our package. Now here's where the tough bit comes in. If you are running a Debian-based distro, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to run apt-get install, and then you're going to need to run Apache, I believe. I can't guarantee it, but I think it's either Apache or, which I'm going to be using, HTTPD. I have a feeling it's Apache. So yeah, go out there, run apt-get install Apache, and that will download the Apache software. If it says that the Apache server or Apache repository or package doesn't exist, just run apt-get install HTTPD, which I believe is the package name. Now, because I'm my scope's going off so bad. Because I'm running a RPM based distro, which is CentOS, this uses the Yum package manager. So if you're using if you're running CentOS same as me, we're just going to run CentOS install HTTPD, which stands for the HTTP daemon. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to run that. It's going to say it's 2.9 megs, so we're going to install that. That's fine. And now, obviously, because this is a cloud hosted server, it will download things pretty damn quick. And there we go. So we'll notice now what we have is, if we go to our var folder, if I just list this out. You can see we have just here, we have a www directory. Now, oh, my phone's going off again. What you'll notice here is that a lot of people tend to put their root files in www, and that's wrong. So what you need to do is, from the beginning, you type var. I know you don't have to type it if you're in this folder, but type var www and then HTML. Now HTML, this is the folder. Let me just rm PHP might have in there. rm-rf PHP. My bad. There you go. Right, so if we go back a directory by cd ... you'll see that we have several folders. We have cgi.bin, error, HTML, and icons. Now, the actual folder you need to put everything in is the HTML folder. If you put your index, your index.html file out here, it's just not going to work. So I'll tell you what I'll do is I will create index.html, and what I'll do is I will, via that folder, and I will edit this, and I will go, this is a test page. And what we'll do is we'll save out of that. I'm using Vi here, or V, whichever one you call it, so I'm going to save and quit that. And now you notice we have an index.html file, so if I cap that, you can see that we have the content of index.html. So pretty much, if I go to my website now, I'll use the same host name I'm using here. So if I go to cloud. Oh, wrong one. That's taking me to my control panel. Cloud.blades.me. Run that. It won't work, and the reason for that is because the service hasn't started. I've got to start that. So before we can actually even think about running our index file, we actually need to turn the web server on. So it does help. So what we do is we just run service httpd start, hit that, and then we go. That's now started up. So now when we refresh the page, you'll see all we'll have is an Apache 2 test page. Now that's pretty cool, but you know, we want to be able to see our index file, and like I said, we can't see that because, let me clear this, we haven't put this index file in our HTML folder. So what we'll do is we'll use the move command and we'll index that into HTML. ls cd HTML. I'll clear that out and list that. You see we now have our index.html file, and once we refresh the page, boom, there is our text on there as well. Now, so that's my phone going off again. Now, if you want to install PHP, I'll give you a little heads up, because obviously I know if you're wanting to run a web server, you're probably going to need PHP. If you're running Debian-based server, so Ubuntu server, just run apt-get install PHP 5. I can't be too sure. If you run that and it doesn't work, just run PHP apt-get install PHP. For me, all I have to do is yum install PHP, because I don't need to. The package in the repositories isn't PHP 5, so I don't know what it is on Ubuntu servers because I don't use Ubuntu servers. So basically, if you're on Debian servers, run apt-get install PHP 5. If that doesn't work, run apt-get install PHP. Now, if you're on CentOS like I am, just run yum install PHP, and that will go out there, install it. And there we go. We now have PHP installed on our server, so we can test this by just renaming our index file to index.php. And now when we refresh the page, that's a good point, it's not going to work because we need to I keep forgetting to restart service. We need to restart the httpd service, so just run restart. There we go. Now we know it's definitely working because we've installed our main file here is index.php, and it wouldn't read a PHP file, or it wouldn't know how to list a PHP file, or even read it because if PHP wasn't installed. So there we go. That is how you install Ubuntu. How you install the Apache web server on Linux, and how you can install PHP as well as a little side add-on. So thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, do subscribe, and I'm going to be doing a lot more Linux server related tutorials. I tend not to do a lot on I find out a lot of YouTubers reviewing Linux operating systems for what they are, going over each application and telling you about Linux Mint versus Ubuntu versus Arch versus Manjaro versus Elementary OS, all the other distributions. I don't like doing that. I want to be able to stick with my servers and do server tutorials and stuff like that, because I'm definitely enjoying this. So basically, here's the thing. What you need to do is give the video a like, and yeah, it sounds a bit demanding, but give the video a like, and if you want to see more videos, then subscribe and drop a comment below and tell me what you guys want to see in my next videos, because I have to come up with these ideas for stuff, and I could only get a bigger audience by you guys letting me know what you want to see, and I will definitely go ahead and try my best to get them done. So thanks a lot for watching. In my next video, I'm going to show you how to connect and tunnel SSH data we'll create an SSH tunnel, and we're going to basically send that data through our VPN, through basically I guess a VPN. Well, no, not a VPN. Through an SSH tunnel, which will encrypt all our data, so we can get out of unsecure Wi-Fi networks and basically know that all our data is going to be secure. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.